Long before the Teen Titans were ever formed, eons ago, we are introduced to a prehistoric Neanderthal known as Narc. He was frozen alongside several dinosaurs, all of them preserved in ice for an incredibly long period of time, remaining untouched as the world continued to evolve around them. Around 3000 BC, humans had developed into ancient warriors led by the mighty Sarasim. Among these warriors was one named Crawl, who desired to become the champion. In order to achieve this, he secretly colluded with a witch, forming a plan to summon a swarm of monsters that he could later defeat himself, securing glory and recognition. However, right as his plan was about to succeed, he was suddenly stopped by a mysterious cyborg from the future. Cyborg briefly assists Sarasim in stopping the threat before being pulled back to his own time. Even with him gone, Sarasim and her people managed to overcome the witch and her army, ultimately prevailing and cementing their legacy in history as their story is passed down through generations.
Interesting. You're the only one without armor.
Yeah. Didn't need it.
A few thousand years after Sarasim and her people prevailed, we are introduced to a powerful military tactician known as General Immortus. He leads his forces across the world, causing conflicts that span across multiple eras. From ancient Egypt to feudal Japan, he wreaks havoc wherever he goes, leaving a trail of chaos behind him for hundreds of years. Exactly 1,000 years from the present time in the Teen Titans universe, an epic battle takes place between the evil dragon Malchior and the wizard Rorik of Knoll. After an intense confrontation, the wizard ultimately succeeds in sealing Malchior within his spellbook, preventing his destruction from continuing any further. Then we are introduced to Trigon, a universal-level threat who spreads chaos throughout the entire universe. His power is so great that it takes the monks of Azarath to finally stop him. They create the Ring of Azar, an artifact capable of sealing Trigon away while also protecting its wearer from his influence. Despite this, Trigon's followers continue to believe in his eventual return. Sometime later, and shortly before the construction of Jump City, they construct a subterranean labyrinth designed to act as a gateway for his return to the mortal world. Now that we are just about caught up, in the next part, we'll finally get into the origin of the Teen Titans. Aboard an alien cruiser deep in space, screams echo throughout the ship as reptilian warriors prepare to transport a dangerous prisoner under the command of Lord Trogar. Suddenly, the prisoner breaks free from her cell, revealing herself to be a young alien girl with red hair and orange skin. Even while restrained in shackles, she fights back against her captors with overwhelming strength, sending the alien soldiers flying across the ship. As alarms begin blaring throughout the cruiser, the mysterious girl escapes into space and makes her way toward Earth. Meanwhile, in Jump City late at night, a burglar is fleeing from federal agents through a dark alleyway with stolen money in hand. However, his escape is cut short when a shadowy figure appears above him. Moments later, the caped vigilante takes him down with ease. Shocked, the burglar recognizes him as Robin, the sidekick of Batman, and questions what he is doing in Jump City. At that same moment, Robin notices a bright green street crash down several blocks away and immediately heads to investigate. In the middle of the city, the alien girl has crash-landed in the street, confused and frightened. Surrounded by unfamiliar people and technology, she panics and lashes out, destroying cars and buildings as chaos erupts around her. Robin intervenes, and the two quickly begin fighting. Watching the battle from the shadows is another mysterious figure, a girl wearing a blue cloak. As the fight intensifies, Robin's retractable bow staff suddenly shatters. Right before things spiral further out of control, another hero leaps into action. A green shapeshifter transforms into an animal mid-air and tackles the alien girl away from Robin. The shapeshifter introduces himself as Beast Boy and instantly recognizes Robin. When the alien regains her footing and hurls an entire bus toward them, another figure suddenly arrives, a robotic teenager wearing a sweatsuit to hide his mechanical body. Using his immense strength, he catches the bus before it can crush them. With the help of the cloaked girl, the heroes slowly begin to calm the alien down and realize she may not actually be evil. Moments later, she kisses Robin in order to learn their language and finally speaks for the first time.
You wish not to be destroyed. You will leave me alone.
She tells them to leave her alone before flying off into the night. By now, large sections of the city have been destroyed from the battle. Despite the destruction, Beast Boy points out that the four of them made quite the first impression together. Robin decides to go after the alien girl alone, while the others prepare to go their separate ways. But before they can leave, the alien commander pursuing the girl arrives and announces that he has come to retrieve his prisoner. Hearing this, the four young heroes make a decision. They will work together to find the alien girl, before the alien forces do first. They eventually track the alien girl down at a video store, where they finally get the chance to speak with her peacefully. The heroes explain that they are not her enemies, and ask why the alien commander is so desperate to capture her. The alien girl reveals the truth. She was never really a prisoner, she was a prize. She explains that she was being transported to the Citadel, where she would be forced to live as a servant. Before the conversation can continue, the aliens suddenly locate them and launch another attack. The five heroes immediately fight back, managing to drive the alien soldiers away. However, Robin warns everyone that the battle is far from over, especially now that they have directly interfered with the Gordanians. Using her powers, Raven teleports the group aboard the alien ship so they can stop the invasion at its source. Together, they make their way toward the control room. Meanwhile, Commander Troke orders his men to prepare the firing sequence. But before the attack can begin, the five young heroes burst into the control room and confront him. A massive battle breaks out. The alien soldiers are defeated fairly quickly, but the so-called Mighty Lord Troke proves himself to be a powerful opponent. He overwhelms the team and eventually corners Robin, the alien girl, and Cyborg. Just when things seem hopeless, Raven steps in and unleashes the full force of her abilities. Her power causes the entire ship to spiral out of control and crash into the water below, knocking out nearly every Gordian soldier on board. All except Troke. Still standing, he prepares to finish off Raven and Beast Boy, but at the last possible moment, Cyborg fires his newly created sonic cannon, finally taking Troke down for good.
I'm only gonna say this once. Booyah!
Later, on a nearby island beside the alien's holographic transmitter, the group takes a moment to recover from the battle. For the first time, they truly begin bonding with one another.
Somebody ought to build a house out here.
Yeah, if you like sunshine and the beach.
You know, you're kind of funny.
You think I'm funny?
The alien girl removes her armor, revealing her new appearance, and finally introduces herself as Starfire. She thanks them for risking their lives to protect her from the evil warlords, and asks if she can remain on Earth. The others happily welcome her as a friend, and instead of going their separate ways, the five heroes decide to stay together, officially giving birth to the Teen Titans.
You don't need our permission.
But if you want our friendship, you've got it.
Guess we could all use some new friends.
Besides, we kind of made a good team.
I thought we might want to keep in touch, so Cyborg and I designed these.
Made them out of my own circuits.
When there's trouble, you know who to call.
Shortly after the Teen Titans are formed, a new threat begins to emerge in the shadows: Slade. Hidden away from the public eye, Slade silently announces his intentions to destroy Jump City and eliminate anyone who stands in his way. To begin setting his plans into motion, he sends Cinderblock to break into prison and free Plasmus. However, before the escape can go smoothly, the Teen Titans arrive to stop them. The battle quickly turns chaotic. As Robin and Cyborg attempt to subdue Cinderblock together, the two accidentally trip over one another, completely ruining their attack and allowing Cinderblock to escape with Plasmus. The failed mission creates tension between Robin and Cyborg, with both of them blaming each other for what happened. Their argument escalates until Cyborg becomes frustrated enough to quit the team entirely, leaving the Titans divided only shortly after forming. Meanwhile, Cinderblock successfully returns to Slade with Plasmus. Back at his hidden lair, Slade awakens Plasmus's original human body, transforming him back into the monstrous creature he once was. With Plasmus now under his control, Slade gives him a direct order to head to a waste management plant and consume as much toxic sewage as possible. Plasmus obeys, growing larger and more dangerous with every second. Not long after, the Teen Titans hear reports about strange activity at the waste plant and rush to investigate. When they arrive, they are horrified to see Plasmus continuously absorbing massive amounts of toxic waste, causing his body to grow bigger and more unstable the more he consumes. The Titans immediately engage him, but the situation quickly spirals out of control as Plasmus becomes too powerful to contain. During the chaos, Robin nearly falls into a giant barrel of acidic ooze. Just before he drops in, a metallic hand suddenly grabs his arm. It's Cyborg. Despite leaving the team earlier, he returns at the last possible moment to save Robin. Putting their differences aside, the two begin working together once again. With Robin's strategy and Cyborg's strength combined, the Titans are finally able to defeat Plasmus and restore him to his original human form. After the battle, Robin and Cyborg apologize to each other for their earlier argument and agree to move past their disagreements, officially becoming friends again. However, Robin realizes something important. Cinderblock breaking into prison and using Plasmus as a distraction didn't feel random. It felt planned. The Titans come to the conclusion that someone much more dangerous must be operating behind the scenes. Moments later, back inside his lair, Slade slams his fist down in anger after learning that his plan has failed. Furious, Slade begins changing his original goal. Instead of simply destroying Jump City, he decides to focus on destroying the Titans themselves.
My plans demand operatives who can function in the real world. If your students are going to serve me, they'll have